Welcome back students. I am Santosh once again. Welcome to Bioremedial online classes. Students, at this part we will discuss about some more interesting information about pedigree analysis. Last class I have already discussed about the pedigree chart, how can we use various types of symbols, then what are the genetic disorders, Mendelian disorders, types of Mendelian disorders. Then this part we will understand how various types of Mendelian disorders are expressed through pedigree chart. And the last part we will discuss about how a particular pedigree chart can be identified as a Mendelian disorder. So it is very difficult to identify, according to the many students, that they are not able to identify a pedigree chart. It is being difficult for them, but it is very easy if we apply some tricks. Very quickly you can identify a pedigree chart. So before that we should understand the four different types of Mendelian disorders and how we can draw some pedigree charts from these diseases, from the disorders of Mendelian disorders. Okay, let us go through each and all types of Mendelian disorders, all four types of Mendelian disorders. The first one we will discuss about autosomal dominant disorders. Students, autosomal dominant disorder. There are four different types of disorders I have already discussed: autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive, then X-linked or sex-linked dominant or X-linked recessive. If you have not gone through the last part of my video, please go through, please subscribe my channel, please go through, please follow for all the important chapters of 12 biology students. Thank you. So let us look at the first dominant trait or first autosomal dominant trait, dominant disorders. The most important example of autosomal dominant disorders is myotonic dystrophy. In this part we will not understand about what the disease is all about, what are the symptoms of the disease, how can we prevent the disease. This is not about some other part we will discuss, but here the disease name is important. Myotonic dystrophy should be identified as an autosomal dominant disorder. So how this disease is transferred in a family generation after generation, we will follow a pedigree chart from these disorders. Let us look at the autosomal dominant. Before that students, I will explain you that the dominant traits are always expressed in heterozygous condition. Means if one of the defect gene is present in one of the chromosome, means out of two genes that control a character, if one gene is defective, the disease will be expressed. That is why it is called dominant trait. If it is a recessive trait, then the defect gene should be present in both the chromosomes. That means out of two genes, both the genes should be defective to express a recessive trait. So here it is an autosomal dominant trait, means the defect gene is present in one chromosome and that is an autosome. So out of 22 pair of chromosomes, the defect gene is present in one of the 22 pair of chromosomes. So let us look at the autosomal dominant trait, students. Look at the pedigree chart I am drawing. One affected male. This is an affected male having the disease. Having the disease means, suppose he is having the defect gene. I am writing the defect gene as a capital M. With he is having a normal gene, small m, because it is an autosomal dominant trait, the disease will be expressed because one gene is defective. Then suppose he got married to a normal female which is having two healthy genes. Okay. Now let us look at their next generation. Let us draw four offsprings because the four maximum possible genotype could be possible. So the fourth generation, the combination will be like this. This defective gene will combine with both small m and small m. Then finally this two normal. That means it could be two male, two female, or what could be, it would be, there is no sex ratio, it could be in any sex ratio, the offspring should be in any sex ratio, the disorders, you can put any number of female and female, because it is a autosomal disorders, sex is not the problem. Okay, now the defect is, one male is defective as one female and male is defective, two are normal. Okay, now suppose this defect male will got married to a normal male. Same thing, okay, the combination will have the same combination. Suppose you will draw two or three male and female combination, you will have four different types of combination. Okay, suppose this M will combine with, then this M will combine with capital M, small m. So these two will be defective and these two will be normal. So this is the trait is transferred in all generations. You will find whether it is in a female, the defect is in female or male, that doesn't matter. It will be transferred to next generation. Okay, so 50% of the offsprings will be expressed in next generation. That means all generations the disease will be expressed. So this is one of the important point to note while we identify a pedigree chart, that the autosomal traits are usually, the autosomal are dominant traits are usually expressed in all generations. Okay, no generation will skip when it is a dominant trait, the generation, every generation it will be expressed. Okay, we will see what happens in autosomal recessive trait. And next, autosomal recessive. So look at the recessive traits. Autosomal recessive disorders, there are so many diseases that belongs to autosomal recessive, just like sickle cell anemia, then thalassemia, phenylketonuria, there are so many disorders, autosomal recessive. Okay, let us take an example of phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria. The disease is commonly called PKU. Okay. Suppose phenylketonuria is a disease, autosomal recessive disorder. When it is a recessive disorder, we must understand it must be expressed in a homozygous condition. Look at the pedigree chart. Suppose male individual is affected. That means, okay, the P gene, suppose P gene is responsible for the disorders, then there will be both the P gene is capital, both the gene is defective. I am drawing capital gene is a defective gene. Okay, now he got married to a normal male who is having two small P gene, two normal, two healthy P gene. Now the next generation, it is a recessive disorders, the combination, let us make four combination. Okay, then the capital P with small p, then capital P with small p. Similarly, capital P with small p, capital P small p. Whatever the sex ratio you will make, but 50%, all of them will be having, they will be carrier of the disorders. No one will be expressed. Okay, the disease will not be expressed in the very next generation, because all of them will be carrier. If one of them, if father or mother, any of one is defective, it is recessive disorders, and one is normal, then all of them, all the next generation, all the individual of next generation will be carrier. None of them will be affected. Then suppose this male individual will got married to a carrier male will got married to a carrier female. Just I am doing a random combination. You can also practice. Then here the diseases, the combination will be likewise. Capital P capital P, then capital small p, then capital P small p, then small p small p. Then here one is normal, 2 is a carrier, then one individual will be affected. Okay, it is small p. But here you can make female or male, doesn't matter. No gender is biased. No gender is compulsory. So gender could be anything. I can just make the 4 offerings here. The sex ratio could be anything, gender could be anything. No gender is important. When it is autosomal disorders, there is no distinction between the genders. No gender wise. The disease could be disease will be affect to a male, or disease will affect also to a female, doesn't matter. So this is the transfer of traits in autosomal recessive disorders, that is many disorders like phenylketonuria, okay, sickle cell anemia, thalassemia likewise. Then we will discuss about X-linked dominant. This is one more important. X-linked disorders are very important, more important than autosomal disorders. You should understand, all the students you should understand, you should focus more on X-linked disorders. X-linked dominant. Rett syndrome is one of the disorder. Rett syndrome, or sometimes dental problems or neurological problems is also arise due to X-linked disorders. Okay. So how the X-linked dominant disorders is transferred from generation to generation? Look at the diagram. Suppose it is dominant trait and the trait is present in X-linked. Very interestingly, I am telling you one thing, that the X-linked dominant, in case of X-linked dominant, if father is affected, very important to note, if father is affected, in the next generation all daughter will be affected. No daughter will be escaped, no daughter will be carried, all daughter will be affected. If father will be affected, X-linked dominant I am talking about. If mother is affected, then the next generation individual, so 50% of male and 50% female will be affected. Okay, so this is the unique feature of X-linked dominant. Now let us look at that and let us understand whether it is happening or not. Suppose it is affected, male is affected means the disorder is present in X gene. That means X gene carry the defect XR. I have done XR. Y gene, I have not considered Y gene as a chromosomal combination or any defect gene present in Y gene. Y gene is a holandronic gene. It always carries only the male character, the genes for male characters. Okay, no any other disorders. So XR and Y. X is the defect gene carrying defect gene in male, so male is affected. Now it is combined or mated or got married with a female having normal gene, with the healthy genes. No defect gene is there. Now in next generation, let us combine the genotypes. So this XR will combine with X. Then XR will combine with another X. Similarly, the Y will combine with X, that means XY. Then Y will also combine with another XY. Here you will find this will be obviously female, 2X. This will be female, this will be male, this will be male. That means both male will be normal. Only defect gene will be found in female. Because father contributes X chromosome to the daughter. When X chromosome is defective and the defect gene is dominant, all daughter will be affected. In case of X-linked dominant, mother do not contribute X chromosome. Father always contribute X chromosome to the daughter only. Father Y chromosome do not contribute to the daughter. Only it contribute to the mother, to the son. So when mother X chromosomes are normal, and when father contributes a Y normal chromosome, so all XY will be, all male will be normal. Only the defective gene will be transferred to the daughter. So this is the combination we will see. Now one more example I will see, one more generation we will understand. And this is the defect, suppose female and got married to a normal male. Normal male means X and Y. Now the third generation will be the combination like X and XR, then X and X. The third one is Y and XR, then X and Y. So here the male will be defective, this female will be defective, second female will be normal, then this male will be defective, and this male will be normal. So when mother is defective, 50% of the daughter and 50% of the male is defective, is a diseased. When father is a defective, only all daughters are defective. This is the beauty, this is the feature of X-linked dominant. So you just look at this pedigree, you can understand how the diseases are transferred in X-linked dominant, in X-linked recessive. Then if you observe all four varieties, any pedigree chart you can easily solve. So look at the next part, X-linked recessive trait. Thank you. So in next X-linked recessive, look at the X-linked recessive disorders. X-linked recessive. Okay. Today there are various diseases like X-linked recessive disorders like color blindness. One important disorder, that is color blindness, night blindness. Okay. How the diseases are transferred, which are X-linked recessive. We know recessive disorders, it is always expressed in homozygous conditions. That means the defective gene is present in both the chromosome, both the X chromosome. That means we will draw a pedigree chart now. On this, suppose here male. Suppose male is affected individual. Suppose male is affected. So how we can draw the affected gene is present in X chromosome and Y chromosome is normal. Then, okay, this is also homozygous condition. Understand, Y chromosome is nothing, it is hollandronic. Here male chromosome having defective gene in X chromosome is as good as dominant disorder or recessive disorders. X-linked dominant or X-linked recessive, the defective gene only will be at X chromosome in male. So this is the condition we can take. Then in female, the things will be normal for two X chromosomes. Now in next generation, what happens? The combination will be like X defect with X, then X defect with X, then XY, then XY. Okay. So here what will happen? One, this will be female obviously. This will be, I am drawing this female, this is male, this is male. Okay. Now, when it is a recessive disorder, both the chromosome must be having defective gene. So here only one chromosome having defective gene, then this will be a carrier. Both the female will be carrier and both the male will be normal. Understand here. Now, in the next generation, suppose here I am drawing this normal male will be got married to a affected. We will see what happens in normal male, then what happens if it is normal male got married to a affected female. That is what I have done here. Then what will be the offspring combination? Then X, XC, then obviously X, XC, then XCY, then XCY. Here, so female will be carrier, but male will be affected. Understand? If father is defective, father is having a defect gene, father is disease, then it will pass the disorders, pass the gene, defect gene to the daughter. The disease is transferred from father to daughter. Although daughter is not expressed, daughter is a carrier, but the disease is transferred to daughters. But if mother is defective, mother is diseased condition, then the disease will be transferred to their son, not to the daughter. The disease, it will only, the daughter will be carrier. So this is the X-linked recessive pattern. We have understood the father contributes the defect gene to the daughter, but the mother pass the disorders to the son and the defect gene to the to carrier. The daughters will be carrier. Okay, half of the gene will be carrier. So mother, actually this defect gene will be contributed by mother, but father will give you normal X. So the daughters will be carrier and the sons will be defective. This is the entire disease pattern or the pedigree pattern of X-linked recessive. Now we will look at how can we crack a pedigree chart. What are the tricks available for us? We should understand all. I will only discuss on some tricks. You will practice in your home. You will do some pedigree chart, whatever the pedigree chart available to you in any reference book. You take a pedigree chart and apply these tricks. Then only you try to solve. What are the tricks? What are the process technique to identify pedigree? Look at the tricks. Write down. You can say tricks to identify pedigree. Tricks to identify pedigree. First one, if it is if it is a dominant, autosomal dominant, every generation you will find the dominant traits. First we should understand whether it is a dominant trait or it is a recessive trait. Then we will say whether it is a autosomal trait or it is a X-linked disorders. So from dominant and recessive, we should understand the tricks are every generation. It is expressed in every generation. So no generation skip. Very very important. It is अगर no generation होगा तो ये autosomal, ये dominant है, autosomal बाद में. No generation skip. Every generation the disease will be expressed. No generation will skip. Then it is a dominant disorder. Second is, in dominant disorders, no carrier is found. No carrier. Very important. ये भी dominant. कुछ ट्रिक्स है. अगर पूरा पेडिग्री चार्ट में तुमको कोई कैरियर नहीं मिलेगा, नो कैरियर मीन्स डेफिनेटली डोमिनेंट है, क्योंकि हेट्रोजाइगस कंडीशन में तो ये एक्सप्रेस होगा, कैरियर कैसे होगा? देयर विल बी नो चांस फॉर कैरियर, सो इट विल बी डोमिनेंट. द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज, इफ जनरेशन स्किप्स, अगर जनरेशन स्किप होता है, जनरेशन स्किप्स, देन रिसेसिव, ऑब्वियसली recessive, and carriers are found, ये भी recessive है. So ये दोनों में से if you can find either no generation skip or if suppose in a pedigree you find a carrier means definitely ये recessive ही होगा, no dominant, no chance of dominant, carrier होगा. If no carrier and every generation में it will be expressed in all generation, there is no carrier, no generation having carrier, every generation the disease is expressed, definitely it is dominant. Okay. Then, how can we know whether it is autosomal or X-linked? If no gender bias, 3, no gender bias, मतलब the disease मेल को भी हो सकता है, फीमेल को भी हो सकता है. मेल कैन बी अफेक्टेड, फीमेल कैन बी अफेक्टेड. Okay, it is not that any generation, in any generation, suppose male is affected and female is affected. This symbols, if you find male affected, female affected both in one generation, definitely it is a dominant trait. Sorry, autosomal trait. Autosomal. No gender is biased. No gender is possible. Okay. The fourth one, how can we know the X-linked hints can? Then the disease is transferred from father to daughter and mother to son. If the traits are transferred, the pattern you observe, it is from father to daughter and mother to son, then it is X-linked. So this is the way, this is the very easy way to crack any pedigree analysis, any pedigree chart, to solve any pedigree, almost all. But the very important to note, the pedigree solving a pedigree is a 99% accuracy. Okay, there may be a very rare pedigree which you may not be able to solve by using this 4. But nothing to worry, the syllabus we will follow is only come to up to this, we can solve with this parameter. Thank you very much. Enjoy and keep solving pedigree analysis. Thank you. If you like this video, please do share, please comment and like. Thank you very much. Bye bye.